You are watching Mimosa Cole. Hey, you're watching Mimosa Cole, and right now I am driving home after clocking out of my last day of work. Yep, that's right. No more delivering pizzas for this guy right here. Overall, delivering pizzas, a pretty decent job. Driving's pretty nice. It's nice to get out there, roll the windows down, let the wind hit your hair. You can't really get that with a lot of other jobs. If you're thinking about, you're like 18 or 19 or something, looking for a part-time job, I do recommend it. I've mentioned, my personal, problems with the whole thing, or maybe critiques. But, I do think it's better than a lot of other jobs. There are plenty of improvements that could be done to make it, very enjoyable, to make everyone, super happy, that, I really wish, we could make changes to. But, I could say the same thing about, a lot of other things. I do think we should change, make changes for everything, make everyone happier. It's why not? It's a lot of work, but, at the end of the day, it's it matters. Matters for future people who deliver pizzas. And, I don't know, I wanted to get to that also. I know I've kind of wanted to, do more for, other, drivers or something. But, maybe, talking to the manager, kind of talking about, changing some things, or, I've done that a couple times, and, didn't really, work. I just got some little, kind of poo-poo thing, my manager wanted to do, was, on board with me, but it just doesn't, just wouldn't be practical, and, the owners would never, be on board with that. So it feels like that's kind of the answer to everything, every, solution I have to any problems there are with the job. And, I wanted to, get some other drivers together. I wanted to do something, kind of a bunch of us say it, or maybe do some little petition type thing, or start some group chat. And then that we would, add our manager to, maybe, and just kind of list these things that we would like improvements in. And, things that wouldn't even, make, a huge, wouldn't be a huge impact on, the owners or managers or whatever, I think if I really, really took the time, really put in enough effort, I think that would have totally worked. But, just timing always felt kind of bad. A bunch of my friends were leaving for college, or, just kind of leaving the job. So, it just never really, never really happened. And, oh God, man, and that does suck, I mean, a whole different line of people, a whole new line of people this fall, and it's just all gonna be the same things, it's never gonna change until someone does something. But it's just so hard to do something, or to get other people up and charging head forward or something. Because I even try to talk to some of these problems with other drivers, and some of them just because of maybe some of their ideals or something, or what other people have told them, I feel that alone just makes them makes them want to be what do I say? It just makes them want to be fine with putting up with all this shit, just saying everything's fine the way it is, and there's no need to change anything, and like anything they feel does need to be changed is like, kind of well, I personally feel like doesn't really need to be changed. And it's just, there's so much separation. There's a lot of separation between people. People who like work together and stuff. But I don't know. You just gotta take a step back sometimes and just see just see where we're at in life. See how the world can be a better place. That's my advice to everyone. Do I miss? Will I miss delivering pizzas? I probably will. I think listen to podcasts and music while driving. Without delivering, I wouldn't really be driving that much. So I feel like driving's when I do most of my music listening and podcast listening, and that wasn't always the case. Just like hang out in my room and listen to music or whatever. So I'll probably just go back to that. I've discovered an artist today I really enjoyed, so I'll probably listen to more of that in my free time. I don't know. I don't really feel bad about leaving, which I think is kind of weird. I've been working this job for like a year and a half. It's been longer than any other job I've had. So I figure I'd have more kind of like sentimental value maybe, or maybe gain some more nostalgia for going back. But I already feel like even like driving home and like never going back, that like I'm not really gonna get any nostalgia or anything, Like I don't really have any that much feelings towards the place, and I don't think it has anything to do with the place itself, I used to drive by on the way home I drive by my old house, I pretty much grew up in, like middle school, high school, elementary school. And, it used to feel kind of nostalgic, I'd be like, man, this, I miss this place, kind of, lots of memories here. But, I don't know, I stopped doing that for a while. And then, one day I did, and it just, I didn't really feel much, I don't know. I didn't really have any weird feelings inside about going through the neighborhood. It just felt like some neighborhood I've been to in the past, Didn't really feel like anything special. That kind of sucks. That's really, that maybe things have really gotten to this point that I don't even feel nostalgic or missing the places I've last been to, or even think of them that much. That maybe I did I don't know, last year. So that's kind of weird, not really thinking too much of basically what your whole life was in the past. I think that stuff is pretty important. And, if you asked me a year ago, or even if you asked me right now, I would say the same thing. I'd say, hey, this stuff's important. It's, totally cool caring about the past and stuff. But, yeah. Like I said, I still do, but, I just don't really feel it as much. Even this whole town. I've basically spent my whole life in, I just don't really, it feels like I'm in some kind of different town, or that I don't know, it's just it just doesn't really feel like what do I say, this thing with all this history I've had, this this place, it's taking a whole different name, or I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. But, there are things I wish I did differently. I think if, I would totally, I I don't know, try to be like good friends with all the coworkers. Maybe put myself out there more, kind of talk to people. Man, there's sometimes I wish, I would just tell a customer to go fuck themselves, and I wish I did that. I knew even going into it, like the second I decided not to, I knew I would regret it. I knew before wanting to do it, I knew I'd regret it, but like yet never happened. Which, I do regret, but hey, even like having regrets and stuff, I feel like doesn't really matter that much either anymore. Yeah, like I'm thinking about like I don't know, maybe regrets I had in high school. Like silly things like I don't know, like not talking like, maybe it's some kind of girls, I had crushes on or something. Or like I don't know, I kind of maybe joining the chess team. I like chess, so those people are kind of, I don't know, kind of weird though. I'm not weird at all. Just chilling here with my little Mimosa Cole YouTube channel, but I'm not weird. Yeah, I just, I do find myself, while forgetting kind of memories, not having as much feelings for the past. Not really regretting the past much either. So maybe this is all a pretty good sign. Maybe I'm fine with the way things are now. I feel like, each year I just feel like is kind of mediocre. But, I think now I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Got this EMT thing, got an in-person interview coming up. So, pretty excited about that. I'm just ready to go forward. Maybe if I find another place, to, I don't know, to call home, maybe. Like maybe a different town. Maybe, I would have a lot of feelings about that place. So maybe, I don't know, maybe like the regrets. Maybe the regrets you have are kind of like, equal to all the good feelings you get. You want to keep those good feelings, you have to keep the bad feelings that were there. If you really want the whole cake, the whole pie of the place. So, I don't know, maybe it's for the best, Yeah, and just see what else there is out there. See what else there is out there in the world. What else? But yeah, it does, like, what am I gonna say? Oh, I've wanted to bring up this thing I was thinking about earlier. That there's this podcast I listen to where this guy kind of tells these kind of like 2 or 3 minute stories once a day, every single day, that happen in his life. And I'm obsessed with this, and I keep on listening to each episode, and like I feel like almost all the episodes just kind of like end in this like, I don't know, kind of like ends in a way where the guy who's saying the stories like just wishes he did something different, or just like, I don't know, wishes things just kind of he wishes he said a certain thing to someone before they like left his life, like saying something, or before they move or die, or before they just like kind of somehow leave his life, kind of wishing things were different with them. And I think that just feels so like real, like that's how so many of our stories are, like what, 90% or something. Like we have all these movies and TV shows where everything's like perfectly concluded and no regrets, no open ends. And in reality there are just so many. It feels good to kind of be able to make a conclusion in life, tie all these, I don't know, like, I guess tie all loose ends, you know, like, so, you know, everything feels good, and it's just, it feels like it's never like that, you know, just like with me, and never, like, getting something together with the other drivers, and, like, actually making some changes. Like, it's something I wish happened, but, like, you know, it's just this gonna be this, like, probably, I won't see it as a significant thing, but it's just gonna be a thing I'm gonna think about in the future, and just kind of think about it as this big, like, you know, it's just such an open-ended thought or story, and that's just like, I don't know, it's so many of our life stories, though, you know, like, just think about it. Think about any significant people in your life. Think about anyone you've ever liked, or I don't know, maybe any other places you've been to, any things you wish you did in wherever, you know, like, and you'll just find you just have, maybe not like regrets, but like, I don't know, just all these like stories that are just left unfinished, just because either you don't, you know, you're not willing to keep going with it, or someone else isn't willing to keep going with it, or just the world isn't, and everyone just agrees to, like, you know, move on to the next, starting the next story, just unfinish it and go to the next, you know. Yeah, like, man, and it's kind of depressing thinking about it like that, you know. Like, you know, I'd rather live in a world where, like, every single story or, you know, life memory we have is just maybe, like, perfectly concluded. Maybe we learn some theme from it, or I don't know. Even if it means there's less of them, at least we'll actually get something from these stories. At least we'll get something from these memories. At least they'll help us grow. But instead, you know, doesn't help us learn, you know. We just keep doing the same shit we're always doing. We just keep having the same stories, but different variations. No conclusions. Well, I used to think that was all stories until my very last delivery I had. That I had right before not having, you know, before clocking out. Very last delivery tonight, before leaving the place after 1.5 years. The last delivery I had was from the shittiest customer. Man, that's just like, this guy, he has got like, I don't know, he has like a Confederate flag. And it's like, dude, we're in Illinois. We're in Chicago's suburbs. Like, you're really gonna have a Confederate flag? Like, geez, man. And then the tips are always like $2. It's always $2 or $1 or $1.50. And there's not a single customer I've ever seen who's like only tipped $1 or $2. It's like every, you know, like, these are like pre-tips, you know, so they do it online with like the other things. And, you know, people would tip at least $4 or $5. If they did that, I'd be totally fine. But this is like a $2 tip? Like, are you serious? Just give me nothing at that point. And, like, the fact that he's got a Confederate flag, too. It's, man, it's almost kind of mocking people. Like, I've talked with other drivers, and we're all kind of fed up with this guy. But they just order, like, so, like, I don't know, so rarely. It's like you don't really see the guy for, like, months. For, like, months and months, like, apart. So it's like, you know, it feels, like, kind of pointless to really do something. But, yeah, no, I drive up, I see the Confederate flag. I look at the pizza, and I say, fuck it, I'm going to do what I wanted to do the first time I got here. And then I open up the pizza, and I stick out my tongue, I lick the pizza. Man, I lick the pizza. Like a big, like that, you know? Little licking. Man. That pizza. Oh, I didn't want to spit because, like, it might have shown on the pizza, but, Man, I licked it pretty good. I closed the pizza. I felt so like, oh man, I just like felt pretty tense. Like somehow, like the guy was just gonna like magically know, just by reading my mind, that like I licked his pizza. This guy with the Confederate flag who only tips $2, which is fucking bullshit. You know, this is like, I don't know. These are like $30 deliveries. You're only tipping $2. Man, who does that guy think he is? Like, no one else does that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, he takes it, goes back in his house. I get in my car. I drive. You know, I drive away. I just feel so good. You know, man, that was such a good feeling. Licking that guy's pizza. I've never done anything like that. I've never like really like bothered to really stand up to a customer or something, you know. It's like really do that. Man, that felt good. It just made me think like, I wish I did this earlier, you know, not my last delivery ever. Like, I wish I would, like, I don't know, just like any customer I didn't like, just lick their pizza. Maybe not to COVID season, that I might have, might pass on, but, man, I just like have kind of like these regrets of like not doing more. Even, you know, like the times, even like, you know, right after the moments where like I want to tell them to go fuck themselves, but then I don't. I get back in my car, I'm like, man, I kind of wish I did. Like now I really wish I did, now that I've like done something like that in the past. You know, like I feel like just all these like openings have just like, you know, like opened up in my head. You know, what am I gonna do next? Whose pizza am I gonna lick? Does it even have to be someone who screws me over? What if I just, I don't know, what if I just casually do it for fun? You know, at that point, I was just like wanting to, I don't know, like wanting to just do it to anyone. Just because it felt really good. You know, it really did feel good to do that. Just fuck someone over like that, you know? It made me feel really powerful. I really wish I did that a lot more often. Man, I don't know. I never do that. I never really screw anyone over like that. But, you know, I'm glad I did that, you know, because otherwise probably would not have, like, really regretted. I would totally probably, like, forgotten about, like, every other time where I wanted to and I didn't. You know, having done it and succeeded only makes me wish I did more, you know. And I think that says a lot, you know. I feel like that definitely helps one grow as a person. If like an experience you have makes you wish you did these other experiences in the past, you know. Morals aside, and the moralities or empathy aside, you know, it's better than not doing it at all. And well, yeah. Well, that's how you conclude. That's how you conclude a long career of pizza delivering. You know, where the last delivery is this guy, and you lick his pizza. You know, man, that feels good. That's how, you know, maybe not all stories have to really end in this open-ended, regretful, you know, not getting like justice, or it just kind of, you know, life moves on way, you know. You can finally have some like conclusion to kind of wrap a bow around everything and just move on from there, you know. Well, yeah. You're watching Mimosa Cole. It's been a pleasure making these pizza delivery videos with all of you. I do have other ones in the catalog, like a couple others. So I'll probably post them in like the next week or two or whatever. I don't really know. But yeah, you're watching Mimosa Cole. Peace out.